Hey, family, welcome back to another episode of WhatthaFiznuck, where I think we're going to change the rhythm of the show and kind of focus on relationships, all things relationships, the eros, the agape, the filio.
The Elio.
Here we go, making up, but just all the different ways we are in relationship with ourselves and others. We have, how you doing today?
I'm doing good, Dr. T. How you doing?
I'm all right, Mr. Critical. You ready to get into this thing?
Yeah, let's get into some. What we gonna talk about today?
Well, we had started a conversation about exes, if we can remain friends with exes, and you had a very hard, fast rule, but I'm gonna try to convince you.
You gonna what?
So obviously, you're booing having being friends with exes.
Oh, definitely, definitely. That is a what you call a no go.
Okay,
No go.
okay, I'm gonna try to convince you that it can be possible, maybe in certain situations.
Well, it's possible for us to go to heaven too, but hey, how many of us know if we going there or not?
Okay, okay. So I think that, if relationships end amicably,
No such thing as a relationship ending amicably.
okay, I knew he was going to try that word. I wanted to hear you try that word. Okay.
Yeah.
But no, really, because if we can, what if we just grow apart and say two people go off to college, and, they dated, they go off to college, they grow apart and they move on to new relationships and everybody is cool with it. Are you saying you can't remain cool with that person?
I mean, it's possible, being that you're not in a relationship and all you're doing is just dating and having fun, then of course you can. But if you're in a relationship, a long term committed relationship, then that ex has no place, no part, no role to play in today's relationship whatsoever.
Okay, but why are you so hard and fast on that?
Because I know for a fact that men can't be friends with exes because whether one hurt the other or not, at the end of the day, the male is always hanging around, loafing around like a butterfly on the wind, just floating around, patiently just waiting for his opportunity again to slide into the middle of that.
So do you think women also feel that way?
I think women even uh, more dangerous for a friendship when it comes to a guy outside of the relationship than in their relationship. I think that a woman is just as much dangerous to have as a friend for a man in a relationship. It's very, it's very potentially dangerous for the simple fact women have the same instincts as men do. So I think women are more patient. Women are more uh,
Calculated,
calculated,
intelligent, smarter,
dangerous, deceptive, manipulative. How about that?
because we're more intelligent
Okay, okay.
and smarter.
But at the end of the day, I just don't think that men or women can have friendship with the opposite sex outside of their relationships. It's just a matter of a ticking bomb just waiting to go off.
All right. So you think women who remain friends with guys are waiting in the wings, and men, if the woman has moved on, the men are waiting in the
Most
wings.
definitely he's waiting. Most definitely. Why? Because think about this. Why do a man need a woman for a friend? What do we as opposite sex have in common to talk about besides the obvious like
Okay.
family, friendship, jobs? But other than those type of conversations, what do we have in common? We don't work together. We don't live together. We don't socialize in the same circles. We just tend to have an intimate relationship. And maybe it was a relationship, maybe it was just a one night stand, but either way it goes. Why do I need you still as a friend when there's 4 billion other women out here that could be my friend?
Well, what if a relationship was built with that person's family? So me and moms are good friends, we're cool, or me and the sister are cool. So why can't I just go ahead and remain friends with the family? Which means he may also be in the picture. Cordial. I feel like you can be cool with an ex. I won't necessarily say friends because friends involves sharing things about yourself. So, like me and my best girlfriend, we share things with one another that I know can be kept with her and I know won't be used as ammunition towards my relationship, towards me, towards my family. There's nothing that she can benefit from me sharing the things. So I wouldn't call an ex a friend, but an acquaintance, a person who, we may run into each other and we can have a conversation. They may be at the family function. We can sit and have a conversation without feeling like, ooh, I'm doing something bad and I can't talk to my ex. Is
Well,
that possible?
let me share with you this. When the relationship is over with, family friendship is over with as well. I mean, there are always exceptions to Mr. Critical Rules, but in this case, normally when the relationship is over with the partners, there is no communication with the family. The exception is if I have kids by you, then that's a big exception. Other than that, that ex has no business socializing, hanging out, and no goddamn family convention, period. That is definitely not gonna happen. Take your ass home back over to your mama house. Go hang out with your brother's friends. Hanging out over here in my function with my family, and we exes, man, keep it moving.
But okay, but what if the mom invites me?
Well, I'm gonna have to check mom. I'm gonna have to check mom. Mom playing out of bounds ball right now.
You don't think we can, okay, what if it was college or whatever? And
Well, we know we know that college relationships, college friendships is exactly what that is. A time of necessity, a time of access, a time of right there, right then and there. There is nothing outside of college. Why would I want to have a female friend that when I first saw her in college, my whole goal was sex. So if I could get sex with her and we associated or associates in college, and we friendly, we cool, we have fun, we hang out, and I never got the sex from you. God knows you shown the hell now ain't finna be nothing to me after college.
okay,
And if we did have
or
sex during college, then therefore it is not a relationship. It was just what it was. So moving on through life, if I continue to see you, it's high, by, keep it moving. There is nothing to talk about.
I mean, you don't wanna catch up on the family. If y'all were friends, and even if it was sexual, if y'all were friends, y'all kinda grew up together if y'all were in college.
Not really. That's just
Okay,
4 years. Come
okay, those are formidable years in one's life. And obviously, we're not speaking for everyone. We're not speaking for every type of relationship that people have in college. But I'm just saying, is there a world where, um, in college, it was a cool relationship. We grew up together, but grew apart, and we still want to check on each other and see how each other's families are doing, see how each other's children are doing, see how each other's families are doing. Is that that's why is that impossible?
That's just a recipe for the ambulance to be called. It is it's really called temporary satisfaction that we've tried to carry on into our future life and our future relationships. Again, I just don't think that it's okay, let alone is it possible? Yes. But should it be allowed? No. Again, the reason why is because if I have a female friend in college, and I know when I spoke to her, my intention was strictly lustful, and we continue to
It's you.
well, that's with all men. That ain't just with me. That's with all men. Ain't no man gonna look at no woman and say, "Hey, how you doing? Can I be your friend?"
Okay, but okay, I'm gonna say this. I believe women are just as sexual as men. But when you start to say all men, I just have a hard time accepting all men are just sex first. Like, that's not a global norm. Maybe that's the Western civilization norm, but I just don't think every man thinks sex first. Why can't men think, man, this woman is smart. She's intellectual. Man, I need her to
Well, that only
be by
that
my side.
that only comes after the fact. Ain't no man finna say, "Oh, she's smart, she's intelligent," or "I'm just attracted to
Okay.
that."
Well, I know physical attraction. Physical attraction is what catches your eye in most cases for men and women. But I think there are men out there who are not locked in on sex, even though if they were attracted to the woman physically. I don't think that's what he leads with.
Let's break that down. You said that you don't think that there's no man that's physically attracted to a woman is leading out with sex. Correct.
I think men are first see the physical and are attracted to the physical, but do not only focus on, I gotta have sex with her.
Well, I don't know. That's not a man then. Simple as that. Hey, fellas out there in the radio and TV world, do you guys agree that The average majority of the men in this world, whether you in America or across the country, when they first see a woman, their only intention is to be her friend.
Okay. Well, I no, so you gave an absolute. I'm not saying that his only intention is to be your friend. I'm saying his intention is not only sex.
His intention is sex, sexual attention, sexual attraction, sexual priority first. When a man look at a woman, and that's any man, the first thing in the back of his mind is, can we have sex? Or is she easy? How much work I gotta put in? How much time? That's with all men, not just some men. That's all men. Especially if a man especially if a man is haven't had sex, say, for example, he ain't had sex in 30 days. And when he's walking down the street, coming or going to work, coming or going to home, coming or going to school, coming or going to wherever, to the gym, in the back of his mind, when he's in that gym, all he's doing is looking for who he think that he can conquer.
Okay, again, men and women are just as sexual. Men and women both look at the physical. But I would venture to say that the man who is thinking, "Oh, I need to have sex with her," is real low level, emotionally intelligent. Think
So you
again,
saying you base so now you saying because a man desires sex, he has a low level of intelligence?
if that's all he's if that's his leading or if that's all he's basing his actions on is, can I have sex with this woman? Yes.
All well, you have to understand every compliment, every aptitude, everything that a man does, everything that he say, everything that he think, that he do for you or would do for you or doing for you, at the end of the day, it boils down to the payout. And the payout is sex. So therefore, if a man meet a woman and he's attracted to her and she's in a relationship and they're friends, his motherfucking agenda is patience. Because he know, especially if he's 23, 22, 24, 25, 19, 18 years old, he already know. Especially I'm talking about the skillsmen out here, not the betas and not the weak men. We talking about conquerors and go-getters. Those conquerors and go-getters understand that the game is built for what I see if I can get it.
And I think that is such an archaic mindset.
Maybe it is
And that's
arcade.
why we're in the predicament we're in now, because men are leading with an archaic mindset. That's why I said
Well, women
if a
no.
man is emotionally intelligent, he's thinking deeper, he's thinking further, he's thinking future, which we all know sex does not determine anything leading up to a successful relationship or a successful
If it don't,
we know, but sex is just a drop in the bucket. If we don't have
that's after the fact.
but that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. If you're leading with sex, then you're living a
Everything is
short-lived life.
everything is led with sex. When a man or a woman see each other, they already know.
That's not sex. That's a physical attraction.
I mean, the outcome. We're looking at the outcome.
Okay. All right. So I'll say tomatoes, physical attraction or sex. Okay. Because we know that sex will be a part of the relationship. So I need to be physically attracted to you or attracted to you in some
We
way.
talking beyond that. We talking about I don't know you, you don't know me.
So
And
I see you
and I see you.
and I'm
First
like,
thing in my
"You
mind
look
is,
good."
first thing I'm looking at is, okay, she have a nice figure. She got a pretty face. Okay,
Okay.
I like
But
that.
that's so basic.
That's off distance. Now,
Okay.
when I
That's
approach
basic.
you and introduce myself to you and start a conversation, in the back of my mind, I'm trying to figure out and weave out, is you the one that I can fuck tonight?
But that's what I'm saying. That is so
And it's
short-lived. And that's
but
what I'm saying.
that's
That is emotionally
that it has nothing to
intelligent
do with
to think. So
emotional
you're so
unintelligence.
short-sighted if you're going
That's not
all
short.
the way off the topic of exes or whatever. That is very short-sighted if all you're thinking of is, I need to get sex from this woman.
Yes, that's life. That's a
And
man.
that's why
That's a man.
and that's why we are in the
Let me ask you
predicament we're
something.
in,
Let me
as I said before.
ask you something. Name a king, name a leader of a tribe, name a leader of any organization that does not have mistress on the side.
And thank you for proving my point. Maybe men should not be leading anything because they have such a short sighted, archaic mindset,
Well,
which is why we're here
that's a shame
today.
you say that because that's ironic that you say that because Women do too, because women use
Not all.
sex. Women have
What?
used sex
Because women know
physical
men are simple.
attraction, regardless of what your
That's
explanation is for it.
that's
That's archaic.
no, no,
That
no.
that's
That
very
is
primitive
no, no, no.
for a
That's
woman to
ridiculous.
use
You
her
have to be
body.
intelligent to manipulate.
Well, why can't you be?
And while that,
Why can't you be intelligent to manipulate a woman out of sex?
because you're
That's
not
where you come
manipulating,
from.
because you're not manipulating anything. Because men are so basic. Women already know what the man is looking for. That the average man. Because I believe there are some men out there who are not thinking sex, sex, sex like
That's
animals.
naive.
Because that's an animal.
That is not
But
an animal. That is natural course of a human desire, human nature, especially a
no,
man's nature. A
again,
man's nature is only to reproduce, conquer a woman, to reproduce, find a woman.
that's what somebody told you.
No,
And now that is the
tell me what it is.
acceptable.
Tell me what it
It's
is.
acceptable
But
for men to think that way.
tell me
But
what
I
it is
believe,
then. In this archaic world that we live in,
okay, yes,
tell me what it is.
unfortunately, I'm saying you are probably correct in most men's point, but I'm saying the evolved man is not
There's no
operating
such thing
there.
as no damn evolved man. A man becomes evolved after a certain period of time in his life of working, achieving goals, setting goals, having a roadmap to goal, and achieving them. Then, therefore, he become accomplished. But in the beginning,
Disagree.
all
I
men.
disagree. I believe a man is evolved before he gets into a relationship with the woman and he's going in thinking about his future and not just sex. Of course, he will be physically attracted or mentally attracted or spiritually attracted to a woman. But to just say sex
Ain't no
is what he's
man
going,
spiritually attracted.
I believe it. I believe it's possible. I
No,
believe the evolved man is thinking
that's
about something.
we're talking about in the beginning. We're talking about initial attraction and friendship with our ex, right? So initial attraction and having friendship with an ex. The initial attraction from that friendship with that ex is still gonna be there. Excuse me. That attraction is still gonna be there. So therefore, it's gotta be buried or it's gotta be held
Okay.
in
That
put
I
in a
will
place
agree with you on.
where
I
it's got
fully agree with you on whatever initially attracted that person to the other person, whether it is physical, mental, spiritual. I will
it's
believe.
never spiritual, first of all. It's never
Think so.
mental, secondly.
I
Third
think
and
it can
fourth,
be.
it's physical and
I don't think you're
it's
right.
about sex.
I don't. I disagree.
Why,
I
why,
believe
why do men, why did you think this culture, this civilization that we have, why do you think bars is so popular in the United States and around the world?
again, you're speaking
But
from
why?
a finite mindset.
Why is they popular?
Because most
Because
people
that's where you
operate on
look
that
up an
level.
easy ass woman.
On if you are on that level. However, every man is not in the bar
All
because
men,
he's looking for
all men is
something
them.
different.
Well, that's after the fact.
When we're young and dumb, we do things that are young and dumb. But that's why I'm saying an evolved man, and I'm not putting
There's
his
no
age
such thing
on it.
as
I'm
evolved
putting a man
men.
who has mentally evolved is not.
At what age?
I don't know. It depends on how he was raised,
That has
what he
nothing to do with
surrounds
how he
himself with.
raised.
His
Nothing
nature,
with his faith is
will
environment.
determine how he moves. If he is just on some simple stuff and all he's seen men around him is, hey girl, hey,
That has nothing to do
then
with
that's
it.
what he's going to think.
What about a
But if
man's
he is
nature? It's his nature
who
to
said?
it's not who said.
It has to be because you can't prove to me if you can't prove to me
Oh, that
globally.
might look for.
If you can't prove to me globally across the globe,
I can't.
north to south to east to
I
west,
can't.
that men move like that,
I
then it
can't.
is not factual.
I can't.
It is a belief.
You
It is a
just don't want to
culture.
accept
I know, but how would you
because
how
the
would you
truth, the
factually
truth,
prove to me
because
that all men think like that?
based on history, based on
Okay,
scientific
history
facts,
is his story. That's the conqueror
that,
story that we hear.
and that's
Is the mindset of the same man that we see today, in charge, archaic, barbaric, and a control monger.
okay. First of all, history does not mean his story.
It
That's
is the
first.
story that is told by the conqueror.
Secondly, whether you are barbaric or whether you are very intelligent, whether you are very military, whether you are very cultured or refined, doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, a man's desire is one thing, to have multiple sex partners,
Oh my
women,
gosh.
till he find that right one at 35 to 45 years old that he feel after his experiences that he can be with and build with. Now, prior to that, all men, fellas, charming,
They're not going to chime in. They're
follow,
not going to.
agree with Mr. Coco. and you be welcome to the family.
They
Cross the
welcome
line.
any if they don't.
Yeah, come on, cross the line,
No,
fellas.
don't
Let me hear
cross
you.
the line
Because I'm
that
telling you,
because
women out here today, you all really do think that, first of all, that a man is just a friend. A woman can put a man in the friend zone and she think he's just her friend. She could come to him and cry on his shoulder with all of this emotional luggage, right?
that's not what she
And he's
thinks.
gonna pick it up for her and he's gonna hold it without no expectations.
That's not what the woman thinks. But anyway, back to exes. I believe that the person can control that relationship, put boundaries up in the
They can,
relationship,
but it's still
and
playing
be
with fire.
cordial.
You can, but you're still playing with fire. Because let me tell you what'll happen. Let's say I got a female friend. We have sex in the past. She's married now, in a relationship, whatever it might be. She got 1,000 kids now. Doesn't matter. And I'm her friend. In the back of my mind, we done had sex years and years and years ago. And as Drake would say, just one more time, it's fine with me. But all jokes aside, I look at relationships as teams, right? And there's only two players on the team. There is no room for no other body else to play the game. It's only me and my partner. That's the team. And the team is a two-man team, not a three-man team, not a four-man team, but a two. So why the hell would I need somebody else to be a friend with me, a female, to be my friend when I already got
Well,
my
I
friend?
corrected that language. I said an acquaintance now. Like we can bump into each other. We can have conversation, but not necessarily a friendship. I will correct that.
I mean,
I
you say
partially agree.
when you say passing, in passing, meaning, hey, long time no see. What's up, Susan? I ain't seen you in a long time, girl. You doing
Hmm.
good?
Hmm.
Yeah, you married now? Yeah, I'm married now. Oh, you happy now? Yeah, I'm
Oh, see,
happy.
now you
Oh,
took it up
okay.
to another level.
Well, look, let's meet up. Let's go have a cup of
No,
coffee.
see,
Let's go have a cup of coffee. Come on. And now she go and she say, yeah.
okay.
She fucked up. He fucked up. Because again, when you say yes to that invitation, in his mind, that's saying that you're not too happy. That's saying to him, oh, you ain't in too much of a committed relationship.
It can't mean, yeah, let me catch up on the fam. It's been a busy
Why
mind
would you
your
want to catch up?
business.
Why? Why?
You might want to just celebrate
Why?
that person, good
Why?
job. Or
Why?
how the children,
Why?
but I'm so happy the
Why?
children are in college.
Why?
Well,
Who gives a fuck? Why?
because you just want to know good people, good things are happening to good people.
Well,
I don't have any hard feelings towards the
how do,
person.
how
I
do,
just want to know things are well.
at the end of the day, you don't know what another person's intention is.
That's why I
And
control it.
you have no control over what that person's
I
intention
don't, and
is.
that's in life, period. But I can control my boundaries and how far or how close they can enter.
Accepting that coffee offer already to cross the boundary.
That crossed the line,
That's
man.
cross the line. Hey, you all, look here. Hey, thank you all for following, listening, and watching this conversation. Hey, please subscribe, follow, and comment. What do you think? Do you all think that a man can have a girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, an ex-relationship partner, and still be in a
Be
relationship,
cool
be
and be
cool,
cool.
and that's okay?
Yeah.
Or do you think like Dr. T's think? Yeah, we all good here. Ain't nothing. I got my boundaries. And just for the record, if boundary was really real, then why is divorce is so fucking high? Hey, that's all I got to say. Take us out, Dr.
Hold,
T.
hold that for another conversation. All right. Well, so we had partial agreement ish.
uh,
Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't know if anyone changed each other's minds, but you gave me a little bit of something to think about.
and I take a little bit to think about too,
Okay, but
but I'm stern and firm. Hey, you all, thank you all for following us and watching our conversation here today. And oh yeah, what you think we're gonna talk about next week?
well, I mean, the conversation kind of started going into, can people in relationships have friends
Opposite
of
sex.
the opposite
Opposite
sex?
sex.
But I can't limit it to opposite sex because there are same sex relationships. So in that case, it could be a friend of the same sex. But I feel
Either
like maybe
way,
we need to go down
ex
that.
partners, ex partners is ex partners, whether
No, I
it's
said friends.
heterosexual.
I said friends. Okay. So we'll just talk about how about friends at work? Can you have
Yeah, we can
friends
talk
at
about
work?
that.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
All right.